everyone, Zanurify here, and welcome back to Archeage. I thought today I'll just do a brief video talking about what the state of the game is, so kind of, how launch has been, anything that's changed, and, kind of give you a bit of insight if you haven't got the game yet and were thinking of getting it soon. Okay, so the biggest kind of issue at the moment is that Treon grossly underestimated the amount of people that would want to be playing this game on launch, and because of that, there's been a lot of problems with server capacity. So there has been queues. I mean, there was 4 servers during Head Start. They added 2 or 3 more after that, and then they're planning on adding 2 or 3 more. But there has been colossal queues. I mean, even with patron status, which gives you puts you in a different queue for patron only people, that queue is especially the past day or so, because it's like the weekend, has been astronomically large. And when I mean astronomically large, I mean hours. Like literally, the patron queue has been, it's in excess of 2.5 hours, 3 hours to get in, and if you don't have patron, it's even worse. It's you're looking more at 6 hours or more. But however, a lot of people are getting put off by that, but there is good reason for that, and there is light at the end of the tunnel. The reason being is because they did underestimate the amount of people that will be playing this game. Because they did advertise it, but they didn't hype it up as much as other MMOs did before launch, like ESO and Guild Wars 2 and all that. And it's it's to be expected that MMOs have a bit of a rough time when they first launch, but yeah, it's been really bad. I mean, there's been not that many problems with the actual game itself. I mean, the only bug I've run into so far that is a problem is some people have had their patron status missing for a day or so, but they fixed that now. And also there's been a few crashes. My game's only crashed twice, but besides that, it runs fine. It's just been problems with the kind of back end. So if you're planning on getting this game, round about now, so today is the 20th, I think, I'm not quite sure, then expect queues. However, there is light at the end of the tunnel, because they predict that most, a good 40%, 50% of the people that play on launch don't end up playing it long term. So this problem will gradually die down, the queues will gradually get shorter, and they said they're going to add some better methods in for booting people out of their AFK and things like that. So the queues should be reduced. But I just want to warn you that, the queues are long. They are long. Okay, so the only other negative thing about launch so far is because of the immense amount of people, plots for farms and houses, free ones that is, are pretty much non-existent. Because, a lot of the founders, I mean, I would have done it, but I didn't have the time when it first went into Kickstarter, but most of the founders rushed and then got their plots and everything. I mean, that isn't to say that there's nowhere to do it. I mean the entire top continent can be built on, so there's plenty of room up there. And as I said, people will stop playing because it's just what happens with new games. And as they add more servers, the people will be spread out more. So to start with, you may find it difficult to find a place to put down a farm or a house, but you will get there. Trust me. The state of the game at the moment is typical MMO launch, where everyone's running around like crazy. It's hard to get things, but it will balance itself out. Don't worry. Okay, so something else I wanted to clear up is people are asking, is this game pay to win? No, it is not. Okay, let's just clear this up. Yeah. The only things everything you can get from the marketplace is either purely cosmetic, so in which case it's no different from a game like League of Legends or whatever, and anything which isn't purely cosmetic is to speed up gameplay, so it doesn't give you cheats, if you get what I mean. So it's things like, I don't know, this workers' compensation, for example. Labour's what you use to craft. This restores some labour so you can craft more, because I think more games are starting to realise this now, that they can't just appeal to the kind of players that are constantly going to be playing. You know, a lot of people can only manage to play, you know, like 1 or 2 days a week, or maybe like an hour or so each day. So those kind of people, you know, simply don't have the time to do things like this. So it's nice for them to be able to speed up their gameplay, so they're not getting anything different than a normal player. It's just they're allowing themselves, they're getting a little help, if you get what I mean. It's not like, say, being able to buy the best gun in the game in PlanetSide. In this, it's purely, you know, speeding up the process. And then you've got some other gimmicky things, that, you know, like a special chest that can contain special rewards, but that's about it. The rest of it's just cosmetic. So let's have a look. So you can get like dyes, which you can make in the game, I will add. And then you've got some costumes and everything. And although these you can make costumes like this in the game anyway. A lot of the stuff in this game, in the marketplace, you can make in the game anyway. I mean, there's a few obscure things, like, I don't know, I'm pretty sure you can make all this. There's a few things like these chests, and maybe this tonic, although I'm not even sure there, which you can only get through this, but then they are really cheap. Like, even if you do see it's pay to win, it's not, because they're so cheap. I mean 30 crystals is like less than £1. It's not even that. It's that 30 crystals is like, I don't know the exact number. It's probably about 20-30p or something. So yeah, don't worry about this game being pay to win, because it's not. And even if you don't like the idea of having things like, you know, restore labour or allow you to expand your inventory through not paying with gold but paying with this game isn't about, I mean, unlike World of Warcraft where it's all about getting the best gear, you know, being Speedy Gonzales, in this, the fun comes from the experience, you know, actually getting the stuff, you know, sailing, fishing, exploring, all of that. So if you get stuff on the marketplace, you're not gonna, you know, be doing better than everyone else. You're just gonna be denying yourself the experience. So it isn't pay to win. It's pay if you want to go slightly faster if you need to. Okay, sorry for that rant, but I just wanted to, you know, make it clear to people that this is not pay to win. So one more thing I wanted to point out for people that have previously played this game is that, if you don't know already, previously you got Nui tiers from achievements and quests, and you used them to, you know, purchase various items, so ships or whatever. And then there were Gilder stars, which were used for things like houses and whatever. They've completely removed, as far as I know, Nui tiers from the game. Now it's all done on Gilder stars, and they've adjusted the prices of the ships accordingly. So I think it's the Clipper now costs 50 Gilder stars. The galleons are 250. The merchant ship is 400, and the fishing boat might be 400 as well, or it might be 250. I can't remember exactly. So yeah, but Gilder stars can be obtained more frequently now through various quests. Okay, so one final thing I wanted to just add in is that if you are on EU and you're on the server Dahuta, like myself, it's mainly English server, got a great community. So if you haven't picked a server yet, I highly recommend Dahuta. And if you are looking for a guild, then give me a message in game. My name is simply Arrow. Like, there's no funny business going on with my name. It's just Arrow. And just either message me or message a guy called Deathstroke, and then, you know, we'll get back to you, and we're hopefully aiming to, you know, build the guild up and get doing some cool stuff. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, or a like or a subscribe would be much appreciated. If you have any questions or suggestions, feel free to comment or send me a message through YouTube or Twitter. And as always, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.